What's going on, guys? Kage here. Welcome back to another Cyber Rebellion video. Today we're going to be talking about keepsakes. Keepsakes are over here in the top left hand corner of the wheel. Now keepsakes are going to be very important because they give stats to all your heroes as well as allow you to do some cosmetic things. So we can click them and then choose how we look with the cosmetic. As you see, I have the sword on the back, the smile thing on my mouth, things like this. But you'll also see there's some stats over there on the right. The ones that are lit up are ones that are currently in effect, and the ones that are grayed out will tell us 4-star unlock, 5-star unlock. We'll have down here 3-star unlock. Those are not active because these need to be ranked up. Now this was in the closed beta test that this was able to be they were able to be upgraded. They just made it live now after day 22. So once you get to 22 days into the game, then this will become active. You'll be able to upgrade them. We'll talk about how to do that in a moment. But these right here are primarily just cosmetics and the little bit right there. Now what's important is in the top right hand corner, you'll see might, durability, protect, effect, and adapt. Now that's going to be important because those are base stats that are given to all your units. Now they aren't going to be called this, but if we go back here, you'll see I have some stats right here. HP, attack, defense, speed, and gene power. It does that same kind of circle right there, and if we click the I next to stat bonus, it'll show us what we're at. So if we back here, we see 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So I'm at 25 in total. That's why it's a little wonky up there. Total level 2, 5. So it is 25. If we hit the I, we will see what we're at, what we're gaining, and how we can get to the next one. So in total, right now, we're at level 5 might, which is at 343 out of 482. So I need roughly 140 more might to get the next attack bonus, which will go from 801 to 1220. Then we have the same thing for HP and defense. Now these last two over here are in my mind the most important. HP is obviously good, but this is a turn-based game, so speed is king. And as we see right here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I'm giving 15 speed to all my units for this right here. But once we get down there, it'll be 18 speed to all my units. So getting effect on, so prioritizing keepsakes that give effect are very powerful, as well as getting keepsakes that have good passive effects. Then we have adapt, which is gene power. Gene power is effect hit rate and effect resistance. So if I try to stun you, it'll say 100% chance to stun. It's base 100%. So it's increased by my gene power and reduced by your gene power for my chance to stun you. That's how this all works. Once you have enough of a certain one to go to the next level, then right here above your character's portrait will be a level up, which will then level it up, give you bonuses, and then increase your stats down below. Now, how do we get keepsakes? There's two major ways. Forget the pop-up. The first one's going to be here in database. We're going to come down here to archives, and not every character has one, but as you'll see, the little blue in the top right-hand corner and gray in the ones that I don't have and have not done yet, this is their stories. You'll also see Rick has his in the game right now. They've added a few more in the second playthrough as well, which will be after day 22. Same with, we talked about leveling them up. But if we see also down here, these guys that are only their one-offs, as well as the awakened units, have their thing as well. And then once we go through them, and it's the fate biography, as you see in the blue. In the top right hand corner, you'll see I have 1/3. You get one fate key every day, every 24 hours. I just got one 2 hours ago, so 22 hours left. And this allows you to go into the fate biography and then actually get a bunch of resources, go through their story, do some combats. If you get mixed up on a few things, the only thing I would see is right here. So if you go to the one prior, start it, go through the story, it'll ask you to pick. This is a really, really interesting thing. And then you get to see the two different choices. What if I did this? What if I did that? So if I go to help them, then that would take me up, that would take me up to another story element, whereas if I went the other direction, it would take me to a combat. Ideally, you have to do all of them to see what the story progresses, and then behind my head right here, 100% affinity, once you finish it, you get their keepsake. Now, the other way to get keepsakes, and this is going to be the primary way to level them up, is if we come to main story, and the second option on the bottom, field recon, we go here. These are all the areas. You'll see they're mostly done. I only have 38 right now, so I'll show you how to do this on like one of the bottom ones down here. Let's do, that one doesn't have the option. Okay, so this one's a good option. So a lot of people get confused with this because you have the blue one, which is the first one right there. As you see, it has the 5 stats, which has a huge amount of effect right here, which will be speed for your team. Makes sense, they're roller skates. It also shows you in the top right hand corner whose keepsake it is, which is a little bit of lore that I really like. And then you have the purple one right here. You see all that protect. It's a helmet. It's going to give you protection, right? But a lot of people will come in here and be like, hey, I only see the blue one on the board. I don't see the purple one. How do I get the purple one? Well, you'll see boss rewards. These are actually max boss rewards, which will be 5 shards of that helmet. You need 15 shards to craft a purple. So you need to do this 3 times and solely go for the pieces. Let me just show you. So as we see right here, wait for it to load up, you will have 2 options. And with the later ones, you can actually mix and match a little bit. If I go the top route right there, I will get one of these circuits, and then at the end, I will get a blue one as well. This will, because I already have the skates, it'll turn into the upgrade equipment. If we go to inventory, this right here, synthetic fiber, it'll turn into synthetic fiber, which we then use to upgrade our the ones that we have. And it's an exponential growth, so it costs more and more to go to the higher levels. Now if we go down here where it has the little intel thing, it'll level up the boss, increasing its difficulty while also increasing the drop rates. And it'll show you next phase, level 4, requires 3. So if I run over 3 of them, 4 right here, and then once I go over the last one, then it'll jump to the top one. So 3 shards, 4 shards, and 5 shards. So ideally we're going to want the 5 shards. It's also going to give us the 2 fibers, the 2 components, which is going to be more than if I did the other direction. And then if you do this 3 times, you'll be able to craft the purple and be good to go. Now in the later stages, you'll actually be able to mix it up a little bit more. It's a little less certain what's going on, but if you follow every single step you make getting recon, then you'll be able to get the highest level, which will generally be 5, and then do it 3 times, you'll get the 15, and then once you have all the blues and purples of all the stages, then you want to try finding the most optimal one, which 1-1, the one we're on right now, is actually a pretty good one in itself, because if you just do the top route, this is specifically for fiber farming. It takes the least amount of fuel for the most amount of fibers. You'll only be getting 1 component, but you'll be getting one fiber every single time, just by doing that top route over and over and over again, is the most efficient as far as just getting fibers to level up your keepsakes. Now, 3-1, so No Man's Land -1, is a very good in-between for getting the most, for getting the second most fibers for the amount of cost, as well as getting a bunch of components. So it's up to you what you want to go for. Do you want to get the most components, or do you want to get the most fibers? And there's a good balancing act there. I don't have the math in front of me. There's also new ones with the 22-day thing, which I am not at yet, so I cannot tell you. But we'll definitely go over that in the future. I hope this all helped you. Till next time, guys.